Hey, field friends. I hope you are super excited about this morning. Okay, so look at your neighbor and say, hey, tomorrow begins fall break. Whoa! Tell them quickly. All right, and also say, you just got 49 minutes left. You can do this. I realize I'm cutting my head off. Okay, so I'm using so too much. I'll watch it. What I want you to do is let's get organized. You need your handouts from today. They look something like this, okay? You need your yellow sheet that says ideas to replicate. And you need a writing utensil. Let's get it out in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Oh, and your observation, of course. Good grief. Get your observation out and stand up. Let's do our groups from last week. K through 2, don't be obsessive about being with the same people. Just be with K through 2. So, K through 2, everybody grab your observation. K through 2, go over to the doors. Split up into groups. 3 through 5, be in the middle. Secondary, huddle up and be by your shelf. Today, I want you only focused on discussing, sharing ideas they could replicate. Whether it's a bulletin board, whether it's the way they smiled, whether it's whatever. Like, share the good stuff, okay? We're not focusing on the bad. So share anything that you saw that was amazing. And you can also share, like, if you saw the bones of something that you could be like, ooh, we could take that and tweak it, that you realized, share that too, okay? You have 3 minutes to share. Ethan or Kennedy, set your timer for 3 minutes. Start talking, and someone pause me. Go. All right, I hope you gathered lots of ideas. Everybody, rush back to your seat. Get out your ideas to replicate sheet. You have 2 minutes to write down as many ideas as you can. Hey, tables, people, as you're writing, share it out with your table. There's somebody at your table who hasn't heard your ideas. So share it out, okay? We won't do a collective share out. It'll just be a table share out. So start writing. Somebody set your timer for 2 minutes. It's time to share. Pause me and come back. Okay, before we get really going, we have some celebrating to do. We have a birthday to celebrate. It was yesterday, okay? This person is a boy. This person really has a strong passion for the Hogs. He enjoys sports. He loves his mother, which means a lot to me. He is tall. He comes in very handy when I need posters hung and taken down and things like that. He's also super helpful in other ways. So let's drum roll. Whose birthday was yesterday? Ethan! All right, on 3, let's say happy birthday, Ethan. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Ethan! Okay, Ethan, if your certificate's not laying out, it's in the bins behind you. So, happy birthday, dear. Okay, the other bit of celebrating we need to do is we have a potluck on the 26th, which will happen right after chapel. All of you should be there. Why are you not if you're not going to be there? It is fun. It is festive. And you can talk to people about, like, not school stuff. Like, maybe that will be in that topic, okay? So there is an orange sign-up sheet. I've heard that Becca is bringing something amazing. And others, I want you bringing stuff, okay? I want you talking, and I want you coming to eat. So it's fun. Come on. Okay, do that before you leave. Let's go on content. So here's where we're going for a few weeks, or for months. We're going to be digging into cooperative learning. We'll learn about the what and the why for like 2 weeks. and then we'll just be doing strategies and kind of detailish stuff that goes along with it. So today will all be about like getting grounded in like some common knowledge, and we'll also kind of do that next week on our potluck day. And I just want to tell you that we could spend your whole time at Williams Baptist University on cooperative learning groups. Like literally, I could teach you tons of things about it. So just know we are scratching the surface. Your book is huge. And we will just be using it on and off. It's not our Bible, so we don't have to read every word. We will spot around in it. But if you don't get as much as you want out of this course, which you should feel that way because we need to spend more time on it, you can know that you have a great resource available to you. All right. So, are you ready? Check with your friends. Oh, my invisible friends of the water bottles are ready. Okay, let's go. So, cooperative learning is a perfect companion for SEL. Can you think about why? How are SEL and cooperative learning connected? Talk real quick at your table. Okay. Oh, those were some great ideas. Okay, pull out your 3 goals for the semester. So we are going to get a vision of where we're going. I mean, I kind of told you, but let's do more. So get out your writing utensil. If it's not out in 3, 2, 1, you use what's in front of you. So let's focus on this first thing. Number 1, we're going to really truly develop a vision of what cooperative learning is. So on this blank, let's write cooperative learning. Cooperative learning. You're going to get a vision. Cooperative learning versus group work. Ooh, there is a difference, friends. You will know it next week. This is where I see people thinking they're doing cooperative learning, but they're really doing group work, okay? So in our little circles, you're going to learn about 4 principles that cooperative learning are based on, okay? And it is PIES. So in each circle, we'll write like P, and then the next, I, E, S. So you've got PIES, okay? So this will be a mnemonic, kind of like we did Stop Hack, but it's PIES. So we'll remember, are we really doing cooperative learning? That'll be our checker, okay? So we will do that, like soon, okay? Probably next week. We'll be able to wrap up this vision. Then we'll be pushing into the structures, which are so fun, and that's called, in our world, we call that strategies, okay? So what I want you to do above structures, let's write strategies, because what you'll be learning is lots of different strategies that you can activate in your classroom that are founded upon cooperative learning, okay? So look below where it says structures. So we will be able to generate activities that have content embedded in them. So if our birthday boy is teaching math, then he can incorporate math into his cooperative learning. I mean, how beautiful is that? So we'll do content plus structure or strategies. You can write whatever you want to. So what I want you to know is that all this stuff you'll be learning, we can do with content. So it's nothing extra that you're added. It's a bonus, like a good bonus. Okay, so here's some details about it. Look at your bullet points. Are you ready to write? There's no special prep in these. Everybody say hallelujah. You could do them, and you need to do them every 10 minutes. So remember, 3C, look up at the charts. That's all about engagement, okay? We need to attain engagement, get it from the beginning, and we've got to maintain it, all right? So what we have to do is we have to make sure that we're planting engagement seeds throughout. So cooperative learning groups, little strategies are fantabulous for this. All right. You can also, if you just want a little SEL in your heart and your room needs it, you can do these content free. So write that down in your blank. They can be content free. We can just make them fun. We can talk about Halloween. We could talk about homecoming. It could be whatever. Okay. But what I want you to know is these strategies that you're going to learn should be a part of every lesson. Every. Say it to your neighbors. Every lesson. Every lesson deserves engagement, friends. I was telling my methods people, bored people don't learn. So make sure those people aren't in your classroom. That depends on us. All right, below it, we've got some extra room, and I have a comment for you. It says, verbalization leads to internalization. So let's write it down. Write it down. No spelling worries. Verbalization leads to internalization. Okay, friends, what that means is cooperative learning involves talking. And if we are able to verbalize our thoughts, and I hear Shayna's, or I hear Maddie's thoughts, and we talk it out, that goes inside my brain. Okay, so what we verbalize, we begin to internalize. So these structures do that for us. All right, everybody stand up. The other thing that we're going to focus on is how these structures are brain friendly. So we have to review our practices. Let's go. So we've got, what's the first one? Nourishment. I'm stopping my feet. That is safety. My favorite, social. We're going to be tapping those emotions too, okay? Attention. So with cooperative learning, you're going to be getting attention, okay? And stimuli, something new, okay? All right, you can sit back down. So if we look at, I'm using so again, sorry. If we look here, Kagan has identified that safety, nourishment, and novelty are activated with cooperative learning. I would add, if they called me and asked me, I would add emotion to it, okay? So let's talk about why safety. So right here, you're going to have class building activities. Many of the things we'll do will build your class up as a whole, okay? We will be doing team building activities. Building our groups, our tables up as wholes, okay? We will also have paired activities. Pairs, and you can also do like writing, or you can also write down teams, because we'll mix up our teams. You know, even though you're sitting with these people today, you might stand up and be with a different team. Okay, I had something great to say about that. Oh, I know. So, you know, building up safety, that hits 2A and 2B. Look at the charts. A classroom filled with respect and rapport. Not just me and my kids, but my kids with each other, okay? And I've got these high expectations set, and I'm supporting you. And so are your friends. Safety really hits 2A and 2B. All right, let's go to nourishment. Well, with cooperative learning, all these strategies that you're going to be getting very soon, they provide a break for the brain, okay? Brain breaks. And what I want you to know, and I've kind of spoken about this already in class, is that a brain break does not have to be content free. It's just a mix up of your day. Okay, and we will class build, and I think that kind of goes along with our brain breaks as we do these things. You know, when I see people and talk to people, it just provides like a lift to me. You know, you're getting sleepy in the car and somebody calls you and you're like, I'm so glad you called me. Like, I just needed somebody to talk to. It just brings up like more oxygen to your brain, I guess. I mean, I'm no doctor, but that's what I would think. And nourishment, we're going to do some silly sports. That's your last one. We'll just have fun. And when people have fun, they use their bodies, their large muscles, and they're more awake. Okay. On the novelty thing, we will have a variety of structures, and that's a variety of strategies. When I think about this, I mean, you know, the teachers who just have 2 strategies in their bank and they just overuse them to the hilt. Like they've learned about Kahoot and then you just Kahoot all day long every day. Well, that's not good practice, friends. Okay, we have to mix up our life, and so that when we learn about structures, it will be brain friendly because you're going to be getting lots of them in your bank. So fun. Okay, so let's add emotion to our chart. What we know about cooperative learning is the bare bones, is you know that students are going to be working together. So how would that tap our emotions? Can you talk really quick at your table and add a little note at your bottom about how the emotion would be tapped when you do activities? So talk and write down something. Okay, if you're not ready, press pause. I'm starving. I've got to eat soon, so I'm trying to wrap this up. At the bottom, I want you to write a statement. Get your pen ready. CLG, Cooperative Learning Groups, are all about engagement. Write it in all capitals. Engagement. So many of us know our content, but we're struggling with how do you make the War of 1812 exciting? You can. You just have to plan for it. So all of this learning is really focused on engagement, okay? So is Field 2. I'm getting excited about Field 2 already. Registration's coming up. My high school people who've already taken Field 2, tell them they need it. Okay, here we go. What I want you to do is pull out your benefit sheet, okay? What we're going to do is do some studying. We'll jigsaw it up, and we're going to like really twist our brain. So we'll read some information, and the whole time you're reading it, I want you thinking, why is this a reason why we should do cooperative learning groups in our classrooms, okay? So we're collecting, let's see, you'll get like 8 ideas, I think, maybe more, of why we should be doing cooperative learning groups. We're making the case, okay? So that's your task. So we're going to do a massive jigsaw. If you'll open up Google Classroom, I have a document that dropped to you this morning, and it is called CLG Research. Why should we do these? Jigsaw. When you open up the document, you will find your names. I think I put everybody on here. If I didn't, it was not on purpose. You just add yourself to Shane and Tommy Lynn and Zoe's group. So why don't we take a moment, make your table straight. You need your book and you need your benefit sheet. And, oh, why don't you take your iPad too, because it'll tell you what to do. And then you guys can read and talk together, okay? So everybody has 2 different things they're reading. Most of you have a component in chapter 3 to read, and then you have something in chapter 4, okay? Shayna's group, you're just in chapter 4. As you read, I want you thinking, how is this proving why we should do cooperative learning groups, okay? So maybe it's discussing like a crisis, a need, or maybe it's discussing a benefit. So what you're going to do is go ahead and track your ideas down on your paper. So when your group shares out, you're not writing, okay? That you can just talk. Okay, what I want you to do is read the first portion. So like before the and, read the first portion of your assignment and then talk with your group. Then read the second portion and talk with your group, okay? So I'm giving you, let's see, 21. Let's do Ethan or Kennedy, set your timer for 13 minutes. You have 13 minutes to read and talk, okay? So you'll be sharing out with everybody in the classroom. You're not reading to them. You're going to talk to them about the benefits, okay? And then I'll tell you what else you'll do in a second. So get a plan. Read, talk about what's important to share, and document it, okay? Someone press pause, and when that 13-minute timer goes off, you will start the video back and I'll tell you what to do, okay? Okay, friends, hopefully you gained some knowledge about why we should be doing cooperative learning groups. What I'm going to have you do is each little group, you can sit, but you're going to use your teacher voice and really share out the information that you read about, okay? After each quick share out, you at your table are going to debrief it, okay? You'll either agree or disagree with it. If you agree, you'll back it up. If you disagree, you'll talk it out, okay? So it'll be like a group will share out for a minute, you will debrief for 1 minute, okay? I mean, you can do a little bit extra, but we got to watch our time, okay? So, okay, you got what you're doing? Okay, start sharing out and come back. And oh, by the way, write down your reasons why as you're listening to your friends. When you come back, unpause me and I'll tell you what to do next. Okay, guys. Well, here's the deal. We should be doing cooperative learning groups. It has so much power in our rooms, and you have a whole list of why. And if you still need proven, come talk to me and we can talk it out. But it is powerful. And what are we're wanting to be the light, right? We're wanting to make a difference. We don't want to be like the average Joe teacher or Josephine teacher. We want to be amazing, all right? And this is one way that can help you be amazing. Before we leave, and if I've run out of time, somebody, Austin, you'll be great. Email me and tell me that you did not get to this part. That will help me know where to go. But what I want you to do is let's make sure we're on the same page of what cooperative learning is, okay? So go back to Google Classroom, and you have something called definition, all right? I want you to open that, and we are going to read it collectively together. This is the definition that we're founding we're putting the rest of our work on, and we'll use it next week to compare it to group work, okay? Are you ready? Go. A cooperative learning group is a small, heterogeneous group of individuals working together to achieve a common goal. Students work together to learn and are responsible for their own learning and contributing to others. That's too many hands. Oh well. What I want you to know is this is what we're working towards. Man, what an amazing classroom you'll create if you do this. It will just be great. Okay? So we will add to our knowledge next week by learning lots. Hopefully, you got a plan for that mini lesson. If you need help, hey, ask those people around you. You can ask me. I won't be able to check my email. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. I'm practicing boundaries. When we get back from fall break. So, mentioning fall break, let's celebrate fall break with no homework. Don't stress if you're off on your observations because of fall break. Just try your best to maintain a good pace, okay? See ya.